What's up, guys? Welcome back to Dyson Cinema. I just saw A Working Man with Jason Statham, and this movie was a blast. Now, this movie wasn't a masterpiece, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be like it's a Jason Statham movie. As long as it's entertaining, that's all that matters. And this was definitely this is definitely entertaining. So basically, Jason Statham is this former military guy, and he's currently working as a construction worker. The daughter of his boss ends up getting kidnapped, by human traffickers. So it's up to him to save the day. This basically is like any other Jason Statham movie plot. He's used to be like this military guy. He retired from his old life of violence. Now he has a regular job and but then something happens, he has to get out of retirement. So it's about what you expect. It's pretty like cliche for the most part, but I don't care. It works. Like if you're a fan of Jason Statham, it definitely will work for you. Like all you really want to see is just Jason Statham, just beating people up, you know, saying cool one-liners, and that's exactly what you're gonna get. I will say the characters are pretty forgettable. The bad guys are all pretty one-dimensional. I can't even honestly even remember what any of the bad guys' names were because they were just so like one-dimensional. Just generic action movie bad guys. There were like some scenes with Jason Statham's character and his daughter that I thought were pretty sweet. And there were some scenes that actually did get a laugh out of me. I don't know if they were supposed to be funny, but there are some pretty like goofy moments that, were pretty funny. Um, and the action definitely delivers. Like, when you get Jason Statham, the action's always gonna deliver no matter what. Like that's a strong suit. Like there's a reason why Jason Statham can make the same movie over and over again. Like no one can touch him when it comes to action. He definitely carries the whole thing. Not that the other actors are like bad or anything, but yeah, Jason Statham definitely carries the whole thing. David Harbour was in this movie too. I wasn't expecting him to be in there. He was also pretty cool. I thought his character was you know, pretty like cool, like side character. Like honestly, kind of wish David Harbour was in the movie more, if anything. I will say the movie does start off a little slow because, at first, he's like, "Oh no, no, I'm not that person anymore. I gave up violence. I'm a construction worker now. I don't do that anymore. I gave up that life." Like you already know he's gonna come out of retirement and, go after the bad guy, and you already know the bad guy's gonna lose. You already know he's gonna save the girl. Like you can basically predict everything that's gonna happen. But again, like. If it works, it works. Um, Jason Statham can basically make the same movie over and over again as he has and still make it cool. So yeah, I think I give this movie like a 7 out of 10, I'd say. I don't think it was great or anything, but if you're just looking for a cool action movie, some cool fight scenes, kind of like some cheesy moments. This is a pretty good movie. If you're looking for something deep or something with good plot twists and all that, then this isn't the movie for you. But it's like a silly good time. Wasn't as good as Beekeeper though. I think Beekeeper was a little bit better than this, but I had a fun with it though. Yeah, I really do recommend it overall. So yeah, A Working Man gets a 7 out of 10. I probably I don't really have any like eagerness to see this movie again, but like I also wouldn't mind seeing it again if that makes sense. So yeah, take that for what you will. So yeah, that's about it. I'll see you next time.